thrust set. Pitch 500. 3-1. Rotate.
Well, hello, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another live stream coming at you from the early time frame, 10 a.m. here in Central Texas, or North Texas, Central U.S. of A. 11 a.m. Eastern Time. I've wound the sim back, and I've been watching the sunrise here. Look at this juice. We've got some other VATSIM traffic here, an American 320 with IAEs just pushed off the gate. Just look at this. Let's just take this in. This is going to be a good start. This is a good start to the day right here. This is a great start to the day. What is up, everybody? Dan86, RC Flyer, Tyson, Kyle Longley, Brad K, Chuck Blake, Lauren V2500, Zach Lewine, Jeremy Harvey. Good to see you, my friend. Fubar's in the house. Flight Force, yes sir, indeed. I'm in your backyard, my friend. Just missing my Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee right now. Could definitely go for some of that. Lauren is already spitting shade at the Northwest livery on the 310. I could not disagree more. I think this livery, I typically don't fly fictional liveries. Not typically, I do sometimes. For some reason, the 310 with the Northwest, this specific Northwest livery, I think just looks absolutely amazing. So we're going to do a little stream to it. We're not in any of VA or anything today because it is a fictional paint and also it's a fictional route. I was going to go out of Detroit if we had the INI Detroit, but we don't have that yet, so that would be a real route. But today we're going out of Boston. I picked up this Boston. I can't remember who made this one. It looks pretty sweet, but we're going to fire this one up. Thank you for joining me early. Had a change of plans at home, so we're going to get the stream started early. We're going to get up on our way to Halifax, Nova Scotia, and you guys are going to come along with me. So let's just look at this. Look at this. How does that livery look bad? Come on. This livery was made for the 310. Looks absolutely fantastic. Ginar, good to see you, my friend. Will Smith's also in the Digital Merc. Spiritual Wings is here. Good to see you, man. Just watching yesterday's stream. So good. Awesome, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, INI Detroit soon. TM. Exactly, Lauren. Exactly. All right, well, I mean, we could sit here and look at the beautiful sunrise. I mean, look at this. For some reason, I can't get... I think I need to get a profile or exclude. I think I forgot to exclude the jetways in this one because I just downloaded the scenery. Really good scenery for Boston here, but I can't get my jetway to move over. But that's fine. We'll board from the aft stairs today. That's fine. We're doing an old school way, but just take this in. Take this in. So much juice right here. Exactly. Fubar, good to see you, man. Alberto D, what's up, man? Good to see you as well. Never said it looked bad, said it looked weird. Okay, okay. I mean, it's weird because it was never on it, but I think if I had a... I mean, this just, I mean, it fits it perfectly. It literally fits it perfectly. Look at the engine's windmill in there. All right, enough of that, enough of that. Bowling shoe for the win, exactly. Let's get this airplane fired up here. I haven't been in a 310 in a while. We get our batteries on, and we'll go straight to external power. You say King Air's coming in? With our external power hooked up, I'm going to go ahead and get some lights now on the airplane. Let's get our lights turned up here. Get that morning vibes, coffee brewing. We got the sun rising. It's cold and windy here in Boston today, I believe. It was, you could definitely hear some wind out there when I was sitting on the ramp. So let's go ahead and brighten these up a little bit. Brighten this up right here. I love the lighting in this cockpit. Absolutely love the lighting in this cockpit right here. Oh man, just awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. The bowling shoe, exactly, Mr. Master Warning. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you on board, my friend. Welcome. All right, let's go ahead and stop from the top down, shall we? We're going to go ahead and get our ADIRs into nav. 1, 2, and 3. That looks good. We're going to start the IRS alignment. It should start here momentarily. Everything looks good. We're going to move this to external power for now. That looks good. I'm going to keep coming down. Everything looks fine on the overhead. We're going to go ahead and go seatbelts off and put no smoking in the auto position. We'll get our nav lights on. We can leave all that off right now. I guess we could get the galley power on so we can get the coffee brewing. Everything looks good on this side. That stays off, and everything else looks good right there. Don't need the reading light, so we are good here. With that done, we will hop down to the McDo, and we're going to go ahead and get our ACARs done first. We're going to do our sim brief request. There it is. Uplink done. Man, they did such a fantastic job with the lighting on this. I mean, this looks like I'm staring at one of those old school McDo's for sure. Good morning, Matt Warren says, I was actually going to join you for this flight for the first time, but the kids had other plans. Matt, no worries, man. The kids had other plans today. That's why I had to bump this stream up early. We're going to stream a little bit later in the day, but got some stuff going on. The wife and I are going to head downtown today, so... There's a King Air somewhere? What's he doing? Look at our position light reflecting off the ground. That's pretty cool. Where's that King Air at? I was just trying to see where he was, maybe. All right. That's done. No alternate. Actually, we do have an alternate today, but I don't think we're not gonna need it. It should be a pretty smooth sailing. Yesterday it was snowing hardcore.
King Air 1 Kilo Mike is clear.
Charlie Yankee Quebec Mike. That King Air should be over in across the river there.
And lots of traffic. King Air 1 Kilo Mike is now crossing 4 right, 22 left.
Man, the screen of the McDo even has that backlight wash, exactly. What's up with the creeper jetway guy? He's just staring into the cockpit. Who? Let me see.
And lots of traffic. King Air 1 Kilo Mike is now clear of 4 right, 22 left at Boston on Charlie.
I don't see him. I don't see him. Oh, this guy right here. Oh, this one up front here? Yeah, he's just monitoring. That's the he's just monitoring, make sure everything's is getting it and everything is good to go here. It is flying beautifully, the big cat, and this is my first time since they've done. Okay, I'm sorry. I've had enough of you, King Air 1 Kilo Mike. You don't have to report every single one. Just say, hey, we're crossing runways, and then report clear. All right, let's go ahead and do this. There is our flight plan. We do need to pick up the weather. So let's come look over here and make sure our aircraft and flight details are loaded. So we do have an updated version. That's us right there. That's good. Let's go to the weather tab. Boston right now, 290 at 20, gust 30. Jeez. Peak wind 260 at 33. It is a windy day today. All right, so they're blasting off 26. And you know what? I forgot we don't have Avi tab on this one here. So... That sucks. I forgot we're going to have to use our Navigraph nonsense. All right, let's go ahead and do Boston, Sid. We're going to depart off of let's see if winds were, what were the winds? Let's see what the winds were again. Sorry, 290. With winds at 290, I guess we'll take, is it 22 right or 22 left? I hate to do this stupid Navigraph thing. I'm going to have to sync this up here. Give me a minute, guys. I don't have my iPad with me either, so I got to actually use the Navigraph on this one. That's the only thing about this thing I don't like. And like you can't even. There we go. New flight from SimBrief. There we go. The whole big wide open slot between the two McDoos at the front of the pedestal. Oh, this right here? I don't know. Looks like they removed something. Right now there's a can in there or something. The can or the aircraft logbook. Maybe this was, it could have been something else. Maybe like an old school weather radar or something, and they pulled it out. So now there's just a big gap there and use it as storage. But, yeah, that looks like some type of storage situation right now. Aaron Hastings, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome to the stream. Just getting fired up here. Dude, 27 has a cool departure over the city. Only runway left that you take off with it. Really? 27? All right, we're going to do 27. Let me pull up the 10-9 page here. Just make sure I know where we're going. 27, that's a long taxi out, but screw it. Let's do that. I like that. And there's no ATC online, so let's do 27 runway for out over the city. Off of 27, we're supposed to fly. Why is my flight plan not on Vanson now? Free file that. The Lobster 7 departure. I don't know if my stuff. Yeah, there's Lobster 7. That looks good. We'll insert that. So Lobster 7 all the way out and then into Halifax, where there's really. We're on the Fundy 5. On the Fundy 5 into Halifax, and I'm not sure what we're going to get there yet, so let's just put in, we're going to leave that until we get a little bit closer, and then we'll do that, because remember last time I messed with the box on the arrival and it dumped my flight plan, so we're going to just leave that be for now. Let's go to the init page. Let's go to the init page 2. With that done, now we'll go over to the iPad. In real life, Ada says 3-3 left. Well, that's all right. We're gonna blast off from 2-7. Long taxi out, but it'll be a fun spectacular departure to watch. All right, let's do this. I wish I could pull all this information in here, but we'll go here. We're going to take 200 people a day, 205 people, moderate cargo, 168, and fuel required for this flight, according to our lovely folks over at SimBrief Dispatch, said our gate fuel is 20,000 pounds. So that's not much at all. We'll take 23, give myself a little extra juice. We've got 23,000 pounds of gas. We'll apply those weights. That gives us a zero fuel weight of 229.6. So we're going to go 229.6 on the zero fuel weight. Block fuel is 23.4. That'll give us a takeoff gross weight of 25.1. Zero fuel weight CG. Chris Stuper, good morning, my friend. Welcome. The zero fuel weight CG we'll get from the perf data, right? I believe. So now we'll come over here. Runway length, we're going to depart full length, 7,000 feet, dry. Runway heading is 257, winds 290 at 20, OAT5, altimeter 1017. I like how it automatically populated that. I don't want to do a flex today. So the takeoff weight, I just said it was 251.1. So we'll come here and we'll go 251.1. We're going to do a 15 anti-ice off, air conditioning off, and calculate that. What are we missing? Altimeter is 1016 or 3003. 3003. Enter. Calculate. There we go. We're not going to do a flex 59. The Ryanair 320 looks cool. Guru, what's up, man? I don't know about that one. I don't know about Ryanair 320. It's kind of scary, my friend. That's like a Southwest 320 as well. I'm gonna actually see if I can get the boarding process started here.
Boarding requested.
They're gonna do their thing. We've got our weights done, so our speeds are pretty much set there. And we'll come back over here. Zero fuel weight CG. Well, one thing we need to get. Man, stupid views. And we got to open exit 4. Stand by. Let's come back here. 0 fuel weight CG. 22.6. And then we need to open exit 4. I'll open them all for you. Open them all. 22.6. All right, 0 fuel weight CG is in there. Our init B is done. 3.5 for the alternate. We got plenty of extra gas out there. Let's go to the takeoff approach. Actually, let's go back to the init. And did we finish the alignment? We did. We did finish the alignment. Good. Boston-Halifax, everything looks good there. 390, that's a little bit aggressive. I don't think we're going to get all the way up to 39. What's our prog saying? Max is 3.8. So let's change that off the bat. Let's just do, that's really high. Let's do 35. Let's set our cruise altitude to 35, and then on the init page, there we go, 350 is set. So we've lowered our cruise altitude to 35. We're not going that far. We don't need to go all the way up to 39. That looks good. All we have left is the takeoff approach speeds. But before we do that, let's come up top and get some other stuff set up. Let's get our seatbelt sign on. Let's get our pitch and yaw dampers, our ATS on the line. Let's get our APU master switch on, and we will start that right now. Man, the sun's already up. Spoiled myself with the Bravo, waiting for Airbus mods. Chris Stuper, awesome, man. The Bravo's awesome. No joke. Raphael, what's up, man? Hi, Captain. Flying SBBR to Miami on a fly-by-wire 320. Awesome, man. 7 hours and 30 minutes of flight. Jeez. That's a long flight, Raphael. But best of luck, man. The Navigraph in-game panel is being updated to the same standard as the standalone one. Should be done pretty soon. Chris, I saw something about that. That's very exciting. I hate the one that we have here, this old one, but I've been paying attention to what the newer ones are, and they look much better. So I'm really hoping we get to see that here pretty soon. A JetBlue 737. Oh, don't get me started. Even though it's bright daylight, I know, Guru. I even brought the time back a little bit, but I mean, this is a Boston morning for you. I mean, the sun came straight up, and I feel like it came up way too fast. There's our APU. Good morning from just south of DFW. What's up, Fools-Craft? Good to see you, man. That sounds pretty good. We got that fired up. What runway? We're going to taxi out to 27, my friend. We're going to taxi out to 27. We got all of our fuel on board, too, so we can go ahead and get our fuel tank pumps on as well. We'll save this for after start. APU is accelerating. We're waiting for that to become available. We'll turn on the air. Let's do a couple other things here. Let's set our DH -5. We'll get constraints on there. No ATC, so I need to click it. No, push it. Yep, all the way up to 350 cruise altitude. And let's get our speeds in the box. So takeoff approach, those are just doors open there, then the ECAM. We've got 35, 36, and 41. 135, 136, and then on the V2 FCU, we were going to dial in 141, and then we're going to pre-select 250 knots. That seems pretty low, though, so we are... Oh, we got to push it, and now we're going to set 250 as well. I took off from the A310 from Burbank to RJTT, only loaded 50 peeps and filled it with fuel. Wow, Thomas, how long did that take you? That's a long flight, man. I always have a glass of water on my desk just for the engine start. I'd love to see it shaking. You know what? I was listening to, when I was driving home yesterday, I wanted to hear that fly-by-wire 320 startup in my truck with the truck speakers, and I tell you what, guys, it was... it is amazing. My whole truck was resonating. It sounded so awesome. All right, APU bleed is on. We can go ahead and get rid of the external power now. We'll go ahead and get the low pressure supply on. We'll leave our probe heats off for now. Everything looks good on the overhead panel. As far as landing elevation, it is set. That looks good there. We're going to do a Toga takeoff, so that looks good. we can go ahead and start preparing for pushback and departure. We still gotta wait for these guys to finish up. So here's that sound issue. So you see how it's dead quiet out here when I go to this part of the cabin? I don't know what's up with that.
Hey Captain, how's it going? I've seen someone actually flying Airbus over stream roll.
Alberto D, thank you for the $10 bank angle check, my friend. I'm doing good, man. I hope you're well. I've seen someone actually fly the Southwest Airbus. You have, dude. That is.
Good morning, D1. You just made it. Was rushing to get home from school drop-off before the jetway door closed. Glad to make the flight. Lol.
Thank you, Alberto D. Appreciate that, man. I can't imagine seeing an Airbus Southwest on stream. That would. That's awful. I don't know. That's almost as bad as the Spirit 737. Thank you so much, though, Alberto. Appreciate the support, man. Callie Simmer also coming in with a $10 bank angle check. Good morning, man. You just made it from the school drop-off? Oh, yeah, you're here in time, my friend. Man, yeah, you're here in time, Callie Simmer. Welcome on board. We're going to have a nice little flight up to Halifax today. In Prairie, Texas, V1, I don't want to spend much on the throttle quadrant, so no Throttletek for me, but Thrustmaster, TCA, or Bravo? Bravo, no questions asked. Bravo, 100%, 150,000% over the TCA. It's so, the Bravo is so, what's the word I'm looking for? Adaptable. Like, you can literally change it to be anything you want. I mean, it's crazy, the way it can adapt to different airplanes. So, highly recommend the Bravo. Jessen Lee, thank you for the 900. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for your support. Kelly Simmer gifting those 10 membership subs. Kelly Simmer, absolutely fantastic. Thank you for the support, man. Awesome. Guys, if you pick up a membership from Kelly Simmer, make sure you shout him out and let him know that you're appreciative of that. Thank you so much, man. That's very kind of you, very gracious of you. Thank you, sir. DJC, can't wait for your Throttletek. Heck yeah, man. It's going to be, you're going to love it. You're absolutely going to love it. All right, is there anything else we can do while we're here? So we've got our FCU is pretty much done. Our flight plan is done. We've got our takeoff approach is done. Our cockpit is set up. 350, heading off of 27. Why is the I wish I could spin a little bit faster. We'll just dial in heading 270 for now. And we got to look at the departure itself. So let's do a departure review. So 270 is set there. Everything else is done. And we don't need any terrain. We'll go ahead and get the rest of our... I can get some of these lights off. We don't need these lights on now. That's good. And we can turn the dome light off. Beautiful. All right. Everything is good. We're cooking coffee in the back. Yeah, so we're set. So let's take a look at the departure procedure. Make sure there's nothing spicy that we need to worry about here. Oh no, I don't want full screen mode. This thing is I don't want full screen on this. +1 with the Bravo. Love the range of motion compared to the TCA. Yeah, that too. The range of motion, the way you can change it to be anything you want, just it's super good, man. Super high quality. Lobster. Where is it? Lobster 7. All right, so off of 27 was going to be spicy. It's going to be right over the city. That's cool. Look at that. So slight left turn, heading 237. So I guess we can have 237 selected, even though we'll be in profile nav mode. We'll have 237 ready to go in the backup. 237 there, out to Kira, Globe, 250, at or above 3, Harold, Cami, all the way out. That looks good there. All right, so pretty simple departure procedure. A couple of restrictions out here on the SID, which we can't access because of the stupid format of this app. Do not exceed 250. Do not exceed until that. Do not do that. Do not do that. Do not do that. All right, cool deal. So that is all taken care of. We're going to taxi out 27. Bags are done loading, so they should be pulling the stuff away right now, and they are. They are pulling away. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Phoenix EFB versus JEP FDP. Well, the JEP is, I mean, I've used that way more. So we're talking about like the real world JEP charts we use. I like the JEP. I like the real world JEP chart is app. The JEP app is pretty sweet. The Phoenix one is good, no doubt about it. But I'm just more comfortable with the JEP app because it's what I use, right? Alright, so they are closing. We're getting ready for pushback and departure. So we're just hanging tight. Everybody's on board.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Beautiful. We'll get our ATC back online. We'll get our VATSIM volume up. And I guess we can look at a checklist here. Since we're twiddling our thumbs, waiting on the... Where's the checklist? There we go. Cockpit prep is complete. Signs on and auto. Fuel quantity is checked. Nav set. Landing elevation is set. Altimeter is set. Anti-skid is norm on. Doors and windows waiting on that. Beacon and parking brake. So we are ready to go.
Departure checks completed.
I'm gonna close those doors. Why is? I guess it's because it's a plug. All right, we are closed up. Let's go ahead and get our beacon light on. Everything looks good. All right. Departure checks completed. We're hooking up the tug. Oh, we're actually getting a tug too. Look at that. I brought a detent mod for the TCA Airbus throttles that helped tremendously with throttle range. Nice. Is that the one that they're like 3D print? I think I saw that on the Discord. Guru, yeah. It's the one. The Phoenix one is good. I mean, it's really good. It's probably the best we have in the sim. But JEP is a little bit more intuitive, I think, as far as getting your charts out and how you can move your charts around. All right, we need to go nose right, tail left. Brakes are released. Clear to push.
All engines clear. Started wheel.
Let's go. Let's go to Halifax. Would you recommend GSX? A lot of mixed reviews when it was first released. Amara, yes and no. I mean, if you are looking to add some visual appearances to your sim, sure. The biggest problem that I don't know, I really see with it is, I guess you can always do all your deboarding and then watch a replay, but just take extra long. It's all visual right now. It doesn't really do anything to the airplane, which I wish it did. That's how it used to work on P3D. I think at its sale price, it was on sale there for a little bit. I think for a sale price, probably worth it. At full price, though, for just a visual add-on, I don't know. You tell me. You make your own decisions. I mean, I'm showing you right now. We got our little tug, which is cool, no doubt. So, it's cool. Debatable on price. Robert Graves, welcome to Private Pilot, sir. Welcome on board the airplane. Welcome aboard Private Pilot. Wish Phoenix would port the new Navigraph charts into their EFB. What do you mean? Oh, like are they outdated? Any chance of doing a total stream in X-Plane 12? Not on the radar yet, man. Nice pushback, though. See, GSX did a good pushback today. We got 30-mile-an-hour winds out here, though. Thoughts on the 3050? It should be good. I ran the sim on a 1080 or 1070. All right, let's go ahead and get ready to start. We're gonna do, what is today? Today is the 1st, so it's odd. So we'll use Alpha today. APU bleed air is on. Everything is on. We're gonna go ahead and start engine 1. Here we go. There we go. Didn't actually press the button. cockpit textures are so dang good in this airplane. Look how they just, it's the, I don't know, I almost want to say it's the best we got. Phoenix is really good too, though. And PMDG, they're all good. Listen to that rumbling.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
I was trying to find you guys a
Left is
window.
clear. Right is clear.
The better the sim gets, the worse it runs on my PC. That's typically how it goes, man, unfortunately. Jessen, thank you for an additional 1,400. I'm not sure what those are. Those are not... Those yen? I don't think that's yen. Is it yen? Japanese yen? No. What is that symbol? Let me look it up. Korean won. Thank you. I knew it was a won. I knew it was not a yen because it wasn't a Y. It's a won. Thank you. Justin, thank you for the support, man. Appreciate you. Thank you for the banana super sticker. All right, let's do a 2-engine taxi out. It's really cold up here, so we're going to go ahead and get a nice engine warm-up time as well. So we're going to go ahead and open the starter valve on number 2. Just going to start turning over. Jeremy, I know, man. The sounds in this airplane, startup sounds are fantastic as well. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. There goes our pin. Stay warm. It would be cool if it could convert it to USD, Jeff. That way you could see. All right, there's our N2. Let's go ahead and light off. Ooh, yeah, here we go. J-Long, 8986, thank you for the $5 super chat, man. Northwest Livery brings back many memories as a kid of power backing out of Jacksonville, Florida, heading to Detroit for Christmas. Perfect timing. J-Long, thank you for the $5 super chat, man. Yes, indeed. The Northwest Livery does bring back a lot of memories, man. You're going to see some more of it here in a little bit. Don't worry. We're going to be doing some more Northwest stops. There's some stuff I'm prepping myself for. You're going to see some interesting flying here very soon. Very, very soon. Thank you for the support, man. All right, there we go. We got 2 good starts, it sounds like. Both at idle, good fuel flows, everything's good up top. So we're going to go ahead and go ignition off. We'll go APU air off, APU master switch off. That's all set there. We have seatbelts and no smoking. And is that on or off? I can't tell. It's on. And that should be in the auto position, so I missed that. Let's turn the sim back down. Got really loud in here all of a sudden. All right, overhead panel is set. We're doing a 15 takeoff, so let's go ahead and come back here and extend those. Right about here. Listen to it spool up. Love it. Imagine the Northwest on a 727, Jeremy. If we had a 727 in the sim. Wow, let me check my audio levels here. Did they get rid of that? I forget. I think they did get rid of the audio level, right? There's no audio sliders anymore? Yeah, there's not. Alright. I just gotta turn it down. Turn the main sim down. Live weather is on. Let me just double check, because I saw XP had that yesterday. Yeah, live weather is on. It's windy AF here. Alright, so super windy and cold, 3003, 1515. What was our trim setting? Do you guys remember? I forgot to do that. That could make a little bit of a difference here. Flex 59, we're not going to flex. And 1.8 up is what we're looking for. 1.8 up. So we need to spin you right about there. 1.8 is up. Arm U. Everything is good to go. Let's do this. Brakes released. Taxi light on. Here we go. Have to use the in-game volume settings. Oh, rip. Not going to be doing that. Yeah, it's super quiet outside. It's super loud inside. Let's see if we can find our way to 27 without hurting anybody's feelings here. Boston traffic, Northwest 357, taxiing runway 27, Boston. I don't know why they would do that, Guru. Maybe they had an issue with something, with it conflicting. But look at these ground textures, though. Jeez. All right, we can do this. We can do profile nav. That's all set there. Beautiful. And then we'll hit this when it's time to go. So, do we do our auto brake? Max. There we go. Now we're all set. 15, 15. You guys forgot my auto brakes. So he's crossing. He's crossing the runway as well. Let's take a look. I hate pulling up the jet chart while we're taxiing. We can get. I think I can. I remember how to get out there. We'll figure it out. There's nobody here, man. It's what I call an ugly day to fly in the sim, but it should be. It should be pretty nice when we get up to altitude. Boston traffic, Northwest 357, we're crossing 22 right and 22 left. Well, we're going to cross 22 left, didn't we? So to get to 27, we need to go here and down. Clear right. Yeah, we're good. Does someone experience UC during flight? Yeah, I've bumped the time back before. So right now it's only, I think it's probably like 7 something in the morning here. We need to switch over to the left side here. We're going to go left and then we'll go all the way down. Boston's layout looks like the airport planner sneezed on the page and called it good. It does, man. It does. Alright, so we're still crossing 22 right, 22 left. Look at this airport. I gotta look up who made this. I picked it up the other day because we were gonna fly it, and then we didn't end up flying out of here. But the textures on the ground are superb. Shaq Oatmeal in the house. What's up, man? Good to see you, dude. How you doing? Anyone here got a pre-order of the MD-11? Pre-order of what MD-11? What MD-11 pre-order? Talk to me. Talk to me, Shaq. What you talking about? I hate flying to Boston in the sim. Why is that, Flame? Much like Boston streets, yeah. I feel like they fixed the ground handling. I know I don't have my tiller cam up today, but the ground handling seems pretty good. Like it's been improved. It's not as jerky, not as twitchy. It is Fly Tampa. There we go. It is an absolute masterpiece. I mean, I feel like I should wind the sim back a little bit more, right? Let's wind it back a little bit more. Let's get a nice dawn departure. Why did it jump to 11? It jumped to real time? Interesting. We had a sunrise, and then it jumped to real time. I wonder what's up with that. Let's wind it back a little bit. It was like 6 a.m. when I started the stream, so let's do that. Let's say it's 7. There we go. I don't know why it jumped to real time. I have real weather on, but... Steven, yeah, it is windy. Even the ATIS told us it was super windy. I hope this guy's going to 2.7 because I'm following him blindly now. Oh, the TFDI MD-11. Oh, really? It's not released until September 23. Why would you pre-order now if it's a year out? Interesting. They need money. I mean, they were in P3D for how long? How much money do they need? I'm just kidding. Maybe they're making it a legit model instead of porting it over, which would be exciting. Or actually, they didn't. Did they have an MD-11? They had a 717. I think I flew the TFDI 717 in P3D.
Boston traffic here, Canada 2149, departing runway 27, Boston.
Oh, he's departing. So there's a DC-10 that's coming from Aerodynamics that I think it's a freeware project that I think is going to be pretty sweet too. You guys can keep an eyes on that one. The Aerodynamics one looks good. Any good Mooney models? Not that I know of, Farmer Joe. Unfortunately, I know there's some good Aero Piper stuff. You look at Just Flight; they got some good airplanes. DC-10 is your most anticipated. I'm looking forward to it, man. I think it's just going to be the tanker version first, and then they're going to do passenger later. But either way, I'm looking forward to it. All right, we'll go ahead and stop here. PRE rollout. We did. Look at that. Smash down the like button for Old School Northwest. That livery looks so good on this airplane. Come on. Yeah, the Coronado Mooney, I'd stay away from Coronado, man, unfortunately. As good as they look, I'd stay away from it. Boston traffic. Oh, well, I can hear myself when in outside view? That's weird. Boston traffic. Northwest 357 line, runway 27. That's weird. I can hear myself by echo when I'm in exterior view. Interesting. Interesting. All right, let's go. Well, now that I turned the sim time back, I need my lights back on. There we go. Here we go. Oh, I might have both radios tuned. That might be it, yeah. Ooh, let's do an exterior lineup. I haven't done one of those in a while. It's gonna throw me off, though. I think I undercut that. See how we did. Yeah, a little bit of an undershoot. Alright. We got Togas are set. We're looking for 99.8 on the EPR. Everything else is good. Why didn't I initialize the cost index? There you go. Takeoff approach mode is set. Are you guys ready? I'm ready. Let's spool them up 50. Yoga's in chat. Here we go. They take forever to spool. I love it. Toga. Alright, thrust. SRS heading. Nav is blue. Man, I wish I had my audio sliders back. 100 knots check. Wow, we are accelerating rapidly. V1. Rotate. Feels so good on the rotation. Look at that weather vane right into the wind. Get that rudder in there. Positive rate, gear up. Jeez. Fly with. Why are my gear not coming up? There we go. Gear up. That's amazing. We need to get on the departure now. Coming back to the left. Profile thrust, profile climb. There's our acceleration, lowering the nose. Intercepting the RNAV departure. Man, I could smell the Dunkin' Donuts from here. Where's Roscoe at when you need him? He'd be out there in the shipyards right now. Oh, look at that. That's awesome. Factory's working early this morning. This might be one of the best hand-flying airplanes in the sim. Honestly. This might be one of the best hand-flying airplanes. It hand-flies so well. It's just a lumbering giant. Let's go ahead and lower the nose a little bit more. Under 80, let's go 15-0. I love that flap sound. Bavarian Donuts. Oh yeah, Chris Stuper. 10 for 10, man. 10 for 10 on the Bavarians. Whoa, look at that. See that big flight control. You bring those flaps in like that. I still got the slats out. Lowered the nose. That's what you got to really be watching. Should be extending or retracting the flaps from the cockpit view, but I mean the textures in the sunrise, like Jeremy pointed out, it's just awesome. All right, let's go slat 0. 0, 0. Beautiful orange trees today. The sounds are awesome. This makes me want to fly to Boston in real life. Thank you, E-Boss. Appreciate you, man. Look at that. Those slats came in. Nose came down even further. There we go. We'll get it back on the profile. I want to hand fly it, but I also just want to look at wing views here because this is something else. Look at that. Look at the nice little subtle wing flex. This might be one of my top favorite airplanes on this. This might be more fun to fly than the PMTG, honestly. That's not a factory, that's a power plant. Oh. It's just so powerful. You lower that nose a little bit and you can start speeding. We're doing 260 below 10. We're supposed to be at 250, but that's all right. We're going to fly through the flight directors. And we need it. We're in climb thrust, so it did auto. We'll go gear lever into the off position. That's good. Everything else is good. We're getting ready to go through 10,000 right now. I'm going to just keep hand flying it, so don't mind me. We're not really on the flight directors, but it's too fun to hand fly. Too fun to hand fly. So now, as we go through 10,000 feet, the flight directors are commanding a lower pitch because we need to accelerate to our cost index climb out speed of 325 knots. Uh-oh, did they forget the black in the middle of that PFD? I think they did. Unless it's not there. You see how this is black inside? There's no black on that square there. It can make it a little hard to read sometimes. I'm just going to keep her in a nice, gentle right turn. Man, beautiful visibility. You get that a lot on days that it's not snowing and overcast. These cold fronts that blow through, they suck out all that moisture, and you just get tremendous visibility, clear days, clear, cold days. ORH, it's on top of a hill. Where's that, Rocker? What's ORH? Three left, you'd go just about over my house on departure. Keeps you more up the Mystic River than the neighborhoods. Okay. Oh, and I'll keep that in mind next time I depart out of Boston. I think I have Boston on the schedule this month for myself. It's either Boston or Baltimore. I really hope it's Boston. Well above 4, so we're looking good there. We'll zoom the range out here. As soon as we get past this next waypoint, then we'll just hand it over to the airplane. Do I miss the Phoenix 747 or Felix? Yes, I do, Jeremy. I do. But this, ironically, kind of scratches that itch for me. You know, this INI is so good that it kind of scratches that retro itch for me. Now, nothing is going to be as good as a 747 Queen of the Skies, no doubt. But beggars can't be choosers, and right now this 310 is a wonderful airplane. It might be top 3 airplanes in the sim, and it's free. Like, including payware airplanes, the top 3 airplanes total in the sim, I don't think you can rule this one out. I think this gets a top 3 slot. It is AccuSeason season, JTF, bud. It is. I love some coffee on those clear, cold days. Oh yeah, Alexandra. Me too. You can still see the airport down there. You know, that's one thing that this sim, it really does capture, like that the I don't know, like the feeling of the season and the time and the weather. So the only way I can really explain it is, like, if you ever listen to, let's say you're going through an experience in your life, maybe you're breaking up with a significant other or something like that, and you're listening to music during that time frame. Well, if you fast forward 5 years, you know, or even longer, 10 years, and then you hear that song again, it kind of brings you right back to that feeling. So with the sim, it does the same thing to me, where, like, I can actually feel myself departing a cold, windy, northeast Boston just by flying in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Whether it's the lighting, the way the lighting is slightly different angle on the horizon, the visibility. I don't know. It's something about this sim that actually captures that feeling. Absolutely love it. All right, we're straightened out here. Let's go ahead and hand it to the autopilot. Let's hand the airplane a nice trim. Hand the autopilot a nice trimmed airplane, so she's pretty much trimmed out there. We'll go ahead and go autopilot 1 on. Going to do a little bit of a correction when we get down on the speed. That's good. We're getting ready to go over the lobster waypoint. Oh wow, look at that. Let me turn it down. I mean, that is epic. I think it's just how good the Microsoft lighting engine is. I think so, Steven. I think the lighting has a huge part in that. Huge part in that. Steve, good to see you, man. Gonna start telling us some bad beats in his Blue Bear. No. I just say it just brings me. It brings you back. The sim will bring you back to certain experiences that you've had. At least for me. I love it. Man, this livery looks good on here. Look at that livery. That looks fantastic. Mike P. dropping a $50 super chat. Mike P. Merry Christmas to Big V, Miss V, and the lowercase V's. Thanks for educating all of us. Mike P. Thank you, my friend. Merry Christmas to you. Thank you for the massive $50 super chat. Very appreciative of that. Thank you very, very much from the bottom of my heart and the V1 family and the little case and the lowercase V's as well, man. Thank you. Very kind of you, sir. It's the reflection off the cockpit glass there. Do I recommend Rex AccuSeason? Yes, I would actually recommend Rex AccuSeason over GSX. If you had to pick one, I would go AccuSeason over GSX, but that's just me. Can you miss a question or two on your oral and still pass, or do you have to be perfect? On your type oral, yeah, you can probably miss one or two, but you start missing more than that, they're going to start raising an eyebrow. Now on your upgrade, like when you go into Captain upgrade, at least for me, you're pretty much expected to know it all. But here's the thing: if you don't know the answer, you shouldn't just say I don't know, and you don't want to guess. You want to be able to know where to look it up. That's one of the biggest things, is if you know where to look up an answer to a question that you don't have the answer for, that's huge, because in the real world, you're going to be able to have all your resources available to you, right? You got your FO, you've got dispatch, you got scheduling, you've got maintenance you can talk to, you got your iPad with all the systems on it. So as long as you know where to find the information, you're going to be good to go. Mr. Mike P. We'll have to do a little cabin tour. We'll head to the back and give Mike P. We'll send him some refreshments from up front. Since it's a semi-short flight here, let's pull up the arrival and just kind of see what we're dealing with. See what kind of weather we're dealing with out there in Halifax. Yesterday, it was snowing. I should have done like historical weather. I think we're going to have much of the same. Just cold, clear skies, good visibility. Halifax Stanfield International. My very first ever high-speed RTO was at Halifax, and it was spicy. All right, we're on the Fundy 5. So looking at the arrival on the Fundy 5, wow, look at all the runways we got here. So with that pulled up, let's look at our arrival weather. Stay ahead of the airplane here. Right now, 300 at 16, gust 22. 15 miles broken at 1500, broken at 4500. So not terrible. Is this a whole new page? I feel like this is a whole new page. Let's update METARs. 16 century mile. Everything looks fine. So 300 at 15 is what we're looking at, and we can go ahead and set standard as well. Let's go ahead and pull standard. STDs for you, me, and the jump seater. That's set across the board. 1, 2, 3. We're in auto climb. Everything is good still. Just checking our systems. Beautiful. Might be a little bit bumpy on the approach, no doubt. Man, that livery looks good. All right, so we'll pin the Fundy 5. Let's look at our taxi. 10-9, we'll pin that as well. Winds at 300. So with winds at 300, we could land on 5. That'll be a nice crosswind out of the left. That's about 60-degree crosswind. Could land on 2-3, which would be a quartering tailwind, so we don't want to do that. We could land 3-2, which would be pretty much straight down the pipe. So it's either 70 degrees or 60-degree crosswind. Or we can go right down the pipe on 3-2. Go for the spice. What kind of approaches do we have? Do we have an approach to 3-2? We have an RNAV, so I don't really want to do an RNAV. We have a loc to 5. Let's do a localizer. Let's do a localizer to 5 with a hardcore crosswind. So we're gonna plan for the localizer 5 approach. That's what we're gonna do. Lukala, we'll do a cabin tour as soon as we hit top of climb. We got just a couple thousand feet to go. I'm gonna kind of look at the approach here just to make sure I'm staying ahead of the curve here.
Bank angle. Bank angle.
The $50. I'd expect Mike to be able to come up to the cockpit and talk about Turkish prisons and meet Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Roger. Huh?
C2A, thank you for the $3 super chat, man. Or $3 bank angle check. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, $50 donos gets you some special services here once we get to cruise altitude, no doubt about it, man. Thank you for the dono, man. Appreciate you. Tony 2 times. What's up, man? What's going on, V1? Have my ATSA exam next Monday. Nervous and excited. Don't be nervous, man. Be excited. You're gonna crush it, I'm sure, man. Best of luck to you on that. That is exciting. C2A, always stirring the pot, man. Love you, dude. All right, that looks good. You landed a 310 at Lukla, Nepal. Nice. Yeah, we could easily land on the short runway, but I think it'd be more fun to do this. We're gonna level, right? I forgot if I had to press something here. I don't think so. Yeah, here's 350 in blue. As soon as we level, we'll turn the seatbelt sign off, and we will head out to the back. The frames are much better as well, so a little update that has dropped definitely updated. The frames are way, way good. Delta Livery blows bowling shoe out looks-wise. Really, Maze? You think so? I don't know, dude. I don't think so. I something about the gray and black, or this like navy, dark blue. I don't know. Something about these colors that just look awesome, and I like the little N there. I was today years old when I found out that arrow was pointing northwest. Alright, we're leveling off here. Ooh, nice little, either a weather update or some turbulence. I think it was just a weather update, so I think we're going to be alright. We'll get the seatbelt sign off. Let's go take a cabin tour, shall we? Let's head on back. We know what we're going to do approach-wise. So here we go. We're going to step out, head to the back. Nice wide front galley. You don't get these anymore. Even the 7.8 galley I think is smaller than that. Ah yes, the beautiful cabin of this 310. We can sit here first class. Mike P sitting here in 2, what is this? C? Oh, I don't know. A, B, C, D, 2E. We got our time to go. Love that. Love that. Yeah, those are all my numbers up front here. Eastern livery is pretty good too, no doubt. Gonna say bowling shoe more now through nostalgia than it was popular when it actually wore it. Same with Battleship. Yeah, I always liked Battleship Gray though too. Even when it was on, I always thought the Battleship Gray was just awesome. Starting to see here. So I wish you could get, that's the only thing, I wish you could get to the window a little bit closer without having to hack view it, but the cabin is, I mean, there's no, I mean, no shortcuts on this cab. The cabin is fantastic. Everything's so clean. Look at all this look at all this space here on this exit row. Yeah, in today's day, they'd have like 2 more rows of seats around here just to squeeze every single penny out. Long gone are the days of comfort and class when it comes to commercial aviation. It's all about bottom dollar, period. Nobody cares about passenger comfort. Nobody cares about, or no airplanes or airlines really, at least in the U.S. It's all about bottom dollar. That's kind of a cool window shot right there. That's the juice. I'm eating a Biscoff in the back. Brad K. Oh, get off. Save some for me, man. Have I talked about my opinions on the TFDI pre-order? I didn't even know that was a thing. I'm not going to be pre-ordering. I think that's just kind of meh. Do you, I mean, like, is there any access to it early? Do you get it early? I could see that, but if you're just pre-ordering to give them money to maybe have an airplane next year, there's a lot that can happen by next year. I just think that that's, I don't know. All these other companies have managed to do it without that. I think that's that could open a can of worms, or that could start or set a precedent for other devs. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. It is always about the money, PR7. The money makes the world go round, my friend. Unfortunately. Lauren says, I always liked it too, but I was a kid. All the adults were saying how boring it was, the gross bowling shoe was. I believe it. I'm sure it was, because you don't really appreciate anything until it's gone too, like even with just other liveries. I mean, the Spirit Pixel Gray, that was just another Spirit airplane, but now that they don't exist anymore, I really miss seeing those. They was kind of cool, like the carbon fiber look to it. Guaranteed 60 days early and an exclusive ER version. Interesting. 60 days early, huh? Do you want to pay 60 days early for probably a broken airplane? I don't know. And it's limited to 1,000 sale? Man, I don't know. I'd have to look at it. I'm going to have to look at the TFDI website or something and see what they're bringing to the table. If it's something that looks like it's going to be a game changer when it comes to that, sure. But I mean, like, if you look at the release that happened, the Rotate MD-11 and X-Plane, if I would have got that 60 days early, the day it released, like on the release day, if I would have got that 60 days early, I would have been pissed, because that airplane was nowhere ready to be released when they released it. They just did it to get cash grab before 12 dropped, I think. I don't know. I have to look more at the TFDI page. Yeah, the seats do actually look like leather, Jeremy, don't they? I mean, look at how clean that is. Look at the stitching. There's actually stitching in the seats. You can see the crossweave. Lauren, are there any pixels? I didn't think there were any pixels left. I thought the only pixels were the 319s, and I thought both of those got parked, the last two. I could be wrong, though. I know there's a Skittles livery out there. There's a hybrid Skittles. I just saw it the other day. My grandmother used to work for Northwest from way back in the Northwest Orient days. Nice. So I got a special spot for this livery? Absolutely, AJ. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. How did I get inside? I just walked. I moved myself through the cabin, opened the cockpit door. Now, Ronaldo, if you're on Xbox and you don't have the PC version with the enhancement pack, you won't be able to get a cabin. The cabin is only available for the enhancement pack on PC, which is a free little download that you get from the marketplace. Will bring you the cabin and better textures for PC version. $637 still has the Skittles. Yep. Yeah, so you can walk back in here. All right, we don't have a super long flight, so we're back in the flight deck. Let's see how we are on. Let's go down here. Let's put in CYHZ, and we're going to do some livery appreciation time. Yeah, we're only 230 miles to go. So let's do our arrival. We're going to do the Star. We're on the Fundy 5. We're going to do the Loke 5 and Loke 5 off of Fundy 5. Alex transition. Insert that. And how are we looking? We are looking good. All of our speed and altitudes are in there. And I think the bottom was 3,000, but we got about 80 miles to TOD, so we're looking good. Let's do some outside livery appreciation time. We'll turn this way down to like right here. We'll go to this view right here. I don't know, I kind of like the shadowed version of it. I don't know, that's pretty cool too. We'll do that, and then we'll go over here. What would be like a good song for Northwest? What type of genre? We'll see what we can do here. Mike P dropping $20 more in the super chat. Mike P, thank you so much, man. Come on, guys, hit that donut button. He says V1 has helped us all so much this year. Mike P, I appreciate your support, dude. Thank you for your continued support, Mike. You're absolutely awesome. This year has been a lot of fun. The support that you guys have showed me, the interactions we've had. I think we'll have to do a 2022 recap video. I think the high point of 2022 of all the stuff we did this year on this channel, I think one of the most memorable streams was flying into Hurricane Ian. And we couldn't land in Key West. We did like, what, 4 go-arounds, 3 go-arounds, diverted. That was wild, man. That was a wild stream. I think we had almost 900 viewers at one point live. So we'll do a full reflection. But thank you, Mike, for your continued support, man. You're absolutely awesome. Some Motown tunes since I had a hub in Detroit. Callie, I really wanted to do I Detroit, but when it drops, we will no doubt we'll be doing some Detroit ops, Northwest, maybe some PVA. We'll fly some real Northwest airplanes. But I do have something that's coming down the pipe. I'm just waiting for someone to get back to me. And then you guys are going to see an airplane that we haven't flown on this channel yet. Should be fun. Infernity Tech gifted 10 subs. Thank you so much, man. Infernity Tech for the 10 gifted memberships. Guys, if you pick up a membership from Mr. Infernity Tech, thank you so much for your support. Shout him out. Let him know that you're appreciative of that. You now have access to all the V1 After Dark content, whether it's lives, shorts, the V1 After Dark channel itself. You're absolutely awesome. Thank you. Appreciate you. I'm going to mute the alert box on this one so we don't have to listen to the seatbelt sign going off every time. Roberto Soriano, am I flying with the G737? You bet, Roberto. I sure am. I got the G737 set up right now. I've got my camera off because my camera is not registering through OBS, and I don't know what is going on. But I wonder if my USB power pack thing is going bad. If I have a bad port, I can't get my camera to pick it up. But we're gonna be flying. I've been flying another airplane with the 7.3 throttle. That it is fantastic. Can't say it just yet, but I'm hoping we might do it. Might be next week. But yeah, I'm slowly transitioning all my peripherals right now towards the yoke, and I got the Boeing throttle set up. Dismounted my side stick because we're going to be doing some yoke-driven aircraft flying here for the next week or so. But guys, Mr. Roberto himself is in chat. Throttletek himself. Good to see you, Roberto. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope everything's good. Hope business is good. Glad to see you on board, man. Yeah, standard OBS stuff. Yeah, I don't know what happened with it, AJ. Like it's given me issues before, and I've always been able to fix it before the stream. I just repower it, and then everything comes back online. But for some reason, nothing. I could not get any. The only camera I could get to turn on was my my other camera. That's for the stick, and I don't even think I can get it to turn on though. Let's see. Hopefully it doesn't crash my sim. Yeah, I can't even get it to. What the heck is going on? Yeah, see, look, I can't even get it. Just blank. Don't know what's going on. And the camera has power to it, so I can see the lights on. I don't know. This OBS doing OBS things. Is your FPS better? Yes, it's tremendously better, Paul. I didn't even notice any FPS degradation when we were in Boston there. And that flight Tampa Boston is a little bit heavy. I think, well, I don't know, maybe it's not. It wasn't with this airplane at all. That was my first time departing out of it. But I remember weeks ago I was going to fly out of Boston in the 310, the original release version, and it was just the frames were just so bad. But this latest update is really good, really smooth, haven't had any issues. Tony 2 times says, I had an approach failure last night in the 7.3, kept getting a low pressure fault. Interesting. Glad you got it fixed, man. Oh, an APU. Oh, you got an APU fault. Maybe low oil pressure? Flight Tampa is a pig in terms of performance. I've seen pretty good on this departure. There wasn't a lot of clouds, though. I imagine the clouds are definitely going to spice it up. Frames are excellent on this update, and that's coming from someone with potato for PC. Aaron, yes, for sure, man. Hey, I saw your screenshots in the for Alaska. We're going to be doing some Alaska ops. Don't worry, Aaron. I'm preparing myself for a certain airplane. There's a specific airplane that I'm trying to learn myself on, and then we'll see it. We'll do some Alaska ops. We'll do some Northwest ops, maybe. We'll do some other ops with it, but I'm still trying to figure out the frickin' airplane. This is an interesting beat right here. Team Vodka, what's up? You're here too? Just woke up? Damn, dude. Alright, we'll set up for... We got just a few more miles to go. The bottom was 3,000, right? I can set 3 if I look at the bottom here. Yeah, 3,000 feet at Odkus. Alright, I gotta remember how to do this. If I set 3,000 in the window here, and there's gotta be a way to arm it. It's armed. 3,000 is here. I'm in profile mode. There's something else I have to do. I either have to pull it or push it. I'll let you guys tell me. Did I finally pull the trigger on the Kodiak? No. I didn't. I've been seeing... who was flying it? Black Box was flying it last night. I'm so tempted, man. I'm so tempted to get the Kodiak. I just hate... I don't know why, but I loathe G1000s in the flight simulator. I don't know why. In real life, they're fine. Never had a problem with it. I always thought flying glass was awesome in real life. But for some reason, I hate seeing G1000s in the sim. I don't know what it is. Have I flown Halifax in real life? Yes, I have. Many times, Mr. Martini. In fact, I was telling a story earlier. So my first ever high-speed RTO as a first officer was an Embraer 170 departing Halifax. We rejected at like 115, 120 knots, somewhere around there. Very aggressive, very violent. Had to go back to the gate, do some stuff, and we ended up leaving. So that was a memorable experience in Halifax. I also got snowed in Halifax. I took a charter up there in an Embraer 190, and we landed in one of the worst snowstorms that I've seen. Just crazy snow, blizzarding snow, essentially. We landed, we get in, we could barely get to the hotel. When we got to the hotel, the flight, the charter the next day was canceled. Basically, everything was canceled, and we were going to stay there we stayed there for 3 days. Yeah, 3 days, 2 nights. And it was some of the most fun I ever had, man. I bet like the local people were just awesome hosts, and it was a ton of fun. And I think somebody told me, and I never verified this fact. Maybe one of you Nova Scotians know, but somebody said that the ratio of men to women or women to men is like 7-to-1 up there. But it was a wild time, man. It was a lot of fun. You give a flight crew, what's that, 72 hours of duty free, and you're not going anywhere, you know it, because you're just snowed in. It was a lot of fun. These clouds, AJ, definitely juicy, my friend. Aaron says, awesome, man. Ketchikan scenery from Northern Sky is sweet. Had some major gusts coming in, too, which added to the juice factor. Oh, I bet, man. Yeah, I'm going to pick that up. I'll pick up the Northern Sky scenery. All right. Because I don't have any scenery up there as far as I'm aware up on the northwest area. Roberto, you flew the E190? That was the first plane you were captain in? Awesome, dude. That's awesome. The E190 is a great airplane, Roberto. I still miss it, man. Like, when I got to the Airbus, I was on the 190, 170, and then I got to the bus, and I was like, everyone kept saying, oh, the Airbus is so advanced, yada, yada. I'm like, no way. The Embraer was way more advanced. I forgot how to do the 3-to-1 calculation because I would just stare at that vertical profile in the Embraer, you know? I was like, oh, this is super easy. VNAV was a dream. Auto thrust was a dream. I loved being able to override it. You know, like, you can just give yourself a little bump of thrust. You didn't have to disconnect anything. Yeah, I got in the Airbus. I felt like I took 2 steps backwards in tech. Tried landing Thunder Bay Monday night. Didn't go well. Uh-oh. Shannon says, thanks for the gift memberships today. Your live streams have the best play-by-play and color commentary. It's like listening to John Madden and Pat Summerall all wrapped up in one. Shannon Newbold, that's very, very kind of you to say that, even include me in that. But John Madden, absolute legend, man. Pat Summerall. So thank you so much. I'm glad you're enjoying the streams, enjoying the content, and absolutely awesome. Congrats on your gifted sub there. I'm not sure which one you got it from, but that's awesome. Thanks for your support, man. Roberto says best of both worlds. Yep, it really was, man. It really was. This is like a GoPro outside view. Pull the altitude to arm. So here we go. Pull. Profile descent is armed. I feel like we should start down soon. But I guess we'll wait. Let's do a XP72 GoPro view as we approach. I think we're getting close, right? I see some land down there. The JetBlue Embraer pilots can't wait for them to be junk. They think the plane is an absolute toy. It is. It's just it's an oversized regional jet, but it's a great airplane. It really, I mean, Embraer knocked it out of the park as far as just the pilot operation. It's a good plane to operate, you know. Like, the amount of WTF moments I have in the Airbus are tenfold of what I had in the Embraer. So we used to joke around that, you know, in the Embraer, or excuse me, in the Airbus, you have an ECAM pops up, right? You get some fault, ding, triggers an ECAM. Okay, you look at it, we do the ECAM, says move this switch here. You move the switch, reset it, ECAM goes away. In the Embraer, ding, 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 you get a bunch of messages, and you just sit there and look at it. You look at it long enough, all the messages disappear. 99% of the time. You don't have to do anything. But that's, we used to always joke about that. And actually, when the 170s first started coming out, we referred to it as the Embraer 180 because the dispatch reliability was pretty poor. We back off. We had a lot of flight control, no dispatch. That's when we figured out guys were doing flight control checks before the bit test was complete. Then you get a flight control, no dispatch, have to go back to the gate, call maintenance. It just was a cluster when they first started hitting the line. All right, we are, I feel like we're way close. We're only 110 miles out. I guess we're going to let it do its thing. Let's look at some other chart stuff, though. So we, because I think we might actually have to fly this lope down. Let's get the lope set up here. Whoa. All right, lope runway 5. Roberto, yep. Flight control, no dispatch. Exactly. That was the go home day. That was the worst thing you could possibly get on go home day. Flight control, no dispatch. Ay, ay, ay. All right. Let's tune some stuff in here. 109.9 is the loc, so we're going to dial 109.9er. Final approach course 053. 053 is set. Okay. Now let's come up here and we're going to do MDA 760 or 297 on the DH. So we could just set 300 here. We'll round it up. Set 300. 300 is set. 760 MDA. So I can move this little buff to 760. I'm going to set all the things. 760 set there. Pappy's on the left, Salzer approach light systems. We have to go miss straight out 3000 on IHZ to 10 miles and then hold. We'll come back around and hold. The Halifax is 15.1. Alright, there's profile descent is armed. Are we going to start down? Start down, start down, start down, start down. Do I have to do anything, or is it going to start down automatically? Let's see. There we go. Nose and over. Probably going to get some vertical shear with the wind. So in our forecasted winds, I'm going to get the seatbelt sign on early just because I think we might be picking up some chop on the descent here. Difference between MDA and DH. MDA is a barometric altitude. Your decision height is a AGL altitude, an altitude above the ground level. So they are the same physical spot in space, but there's two ways to read it. So our altimeter is barometric altimeter, right? We have a baro here, we set our barometrics, and that is your height above sea level on a standard day. Now, the DH, decision height, is how high you are over the ground, depending on the approach, depending on the equipment. Most commonly in today's world, me flying the Airbus and my operator, we use MDAs for mostly everything other than Cat 2 and Cat 3 approaches. Then we start doing DHs, and even on Cat 3 we do no DH, which means there is no decision altitude. It is an auto land approach. So that's kind of the difference between the two of those. There you go. MDA must do addition. Exactly. So an MDA must do addition depending on the approach. If it's a non-precision, you'll have to add 50 feet if your operator is one of those. All right. So we've got that is set. Our lokes are set. We can put this on here. We can put this on LS. We'll put constraints on over here. I don't know if I have to set his DH as well. I'm going to do it just in case. We'll set Phantom's DH over here to 300. I don't think we're going to need it all the way to the bottom, but we're going to be prepped up for it. 300 on both sides is set. We're coming down. We're on the path. Things are looking good, my friends. Things are looking good. Down we go. Love it. I see some contrails up there. I wonder if is that a contrail? Oh, I thought that was a contrail. Look, a cloud that's not a wall cloud like X-Plane. Actually, it looks like a proper cloud. Let's go ahead and hide you. Let's go ahead and get the flight recorder ready. Your favorite livery, Roby? Yeah, it's a good one, man. Nostalgic for me. It's a nostalgic livery. Minimum decision altitude. It is. Minimum decision altitude, that's what it is. But we call it must do addition. And you can have DAs and you can have DHs. We're a little bit faster on the speed. Let's do a little spoiler action here. Alright, let's put terrain up. I don't think we're going to need it, though. Actually, we have weather radar. We've got a default. I don't think there's anything painting, but let's see. I don't think anything's actually painting down there. Maybe a little bit of reflectivity here, but not that I see. Alright, we're coming down the star. We don't have to do anything here. Let's look at our checklist. Before approach checklist. Signs, briefing, ECAM, altimeters, minimums, ignition, landing elevation has all been set. The landing elevation is 463. It's actually a bit higher than I thought, so we need to change that. I thought it was 100. This might mess up our pressurization. Maybe not. 463 is set. 450 is fine. How is our pressurization? No pressurization problems today. Everything looked normal up here. That's good. Leaving 20.3. We'll go ahead and restore you. man, this livery looks so good on this airplane. It looks so good on this airplane. KM321, what's going up, man? Good to see you. Robbie Wilson, welcome to Commercial Pilot, my friend. Exclamation point, welcome for your new perks on the channel, dude. Glad to have you on board. Thanks for your support. Wow, we got a little bit of a ragdoll wind update here or something. Thank you, Robbie. I appreciate your support, man. Welcome. Absolute juice indeed. Let's get an updated METAR. Right now it's even better. 300 at 15, gust 2-1. 15 miles broken, scatter 2965. So we'll set 2965. It's going to be windy. And the gust, what's our gust factor? 15, gust 2-1. So that's 6 knot gust. So if I go to takeoff approach, we're going to do 30, 40. Wind correction, let's do plus 6, 142. We'll do 142 on the VF. Let's all appreciate how much V1 loves his job to keep flying with us on his days off. Man, true, man. But you know what? There are days where I get back from a trip and I'm like, man, the last thing I want to do is fly in the sim. But what doesn't get old and what keeps me coming back is you guys. So, you know, if I wasn't streaming, I wouldn't touch a sim probably, especially after a long trip. But to get back in it with you guys and interact with you guys, oh, look at this guy coming down. It makes it all worth it, Mike, for sure. Looks like a 330 or something. I wish I had my volume sliders back. What's up with that? Because like some views are loud, some views aren't loud. We got to be 300 at Oddcus. I don't think that's going to work out. There is a PT on there, but we don't need to do that. We'll do manual brakes, full reverse. V1 about to make me cry. Did I hear about the PMDG thinking about releasing 777X in the sim before the thing in real life goes into service? I did not. I'll believe it when I see it. That's one thing about, you know, PMDG and all these other add-ons. It's like they're so far out there in it, like for it to become a reality. Like I'll get hyped for it when I see trailers of it flying in the sim. You know, that's when I'll get hyped. I mean, if you get hyped now and if you got a year plus of development, kind of like this TFDI thing, it's like, a lot can happen in a year, man. There's a lot that can happen in a year's time. Engines are spooling back. Getting ready to go through 10. Let's go ahead and get our lights on since we don't have any ATC on today. So we don't have to worry about the landing and taxi lights. So those are all on. Let's go ahead and help it out with a little bit of spoid brake action here. Apparently my spoiler axis is not bound. So I'm going to have to deal with that. Halifax traffic, Northwest 357. We're setting up for the localizer 5, Halifax. Man, these clouds, though. I can't wait to celebrate New Year's 2100 flying the brand new PMDG 777.
2149.
Exactly, man.
August at this time, out of 7,000 for those bugs.
Alright, so he's at Oddcus inbound. Or 250. I'm gonna select speed 200. And we'll do this. We'll do 200 and we'll do level change. Speed, auto thrust 200. Level changing down. Slats are coming out. Ooh, we got tight on that window there. Just trying to get down to 3,000. Man, look at these views, though. Jeez, those clouds are awesome. Oh, there's nothing official, Duffman? Yeah. Specified, yes, absolutely it helps, man. No doubt about it. Is this real life? It looks like real life. I mean, it honestly. I can feel the heat from the glass and the smell of this plastic up here just because it looks that real. No, let's go ahead and get our engine ISO. Alright, we're 6-6 ascending 3,000. He's August inbound. He just said that. We're looking good. We're got... What's our outside temp? Yeah, -2. So we're definitely in the icing area. Icing potential. So what I can do is I can let this RNAV in and then arm below to do that. As far as our step downs go, we're coming in at 3,000 from Lotma inbound, which is 5.8. Then we can descend to our MDA of 760. Or actually, no, 9.5. 9.5 from the low. Let's start down. We haven't picked up any distance yet. There's 4.8. Cloudy with a chance of meatballs. $1,000 a level off. Guru, that's exciting, man. Good luck on your presentation, dude, for sure. I don't know why my spoiler axis is not bound. Maybe I have the wrong profile selected. Alright, we're leveling 3,000. Let's go ahead and continue to reduce speed 180. That'll just help make this turn easier. We're 15-15 on the flaps, manual brakes. I'm still waiting to pick up that DME. Man, in the summer and spring flying up here, though, it is so green. It's incredible. But yeah, in winter now, it gets pretty dark and gray and brown. Love it. Love the Rexaki seasons up here. I don't know if they get a wash and wax as part of routine service, Mr. Martini. I know they get washed every time you fly them through rain. I mean, you take one of these puppies through rain at 500 knots or whatever it is. 250 knots, 300 knots. It's like a pressure washing. Cloudy with a chance of V1 trimming trees after takeoff. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Would I prefer to fly at 280 with 90 degree 50 knot crosswind or fly level 370 with 80 knot crosswind? Probably 370 because I'm going to save gas. As long as it's not a headwind. Seat 2A. Oh, I think I had the alert box off. I missed the bank angle check. Seat 2A says the dashboard looks so real you could probably pull a breakfast sandwich out from the food court wrapped in aluminum foil just to heat it up. Exactly, man. Somebody's seen a couple of my shorts videos. That's how I heat up all my breakfast sandwiches. Throw them up right here on the dash. It does get toasty. You got the heat from the window, and then you got the sun coming down. Look at that power plant out there. Wow, this is awesome. Look at this lighting configuration under the clouds here. Thank you, C2A. I appreciate you, man. I think I missed I don't think I got the alert box back on in time for the bank angle check to come through. But thank you. All right, we are going to do this now. We're going to go V-Loke, Loke Star. Loke is captured. We have no distances yet, but we know we got to be at least inside a Lotma. We're 180 on the speed. We're turning into a tailwind. We're going to lose a lot of speed there. Look at that drop off. Oh, you sent one to Kelly Simmer? Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, dude. Kelly Simmer, it's your own fault, man, because gifting all the subs. Kelly Simmer said, if anyone has to learn the airplane, this plane must date from 1950s. Callie Simmer, dude, I'm so sorry I missed that. Appreciate your support. Yes, it is going to be an old one. That is for sure. It's going to be an old one, Callie Simmer. No doubt about that. All right, let's go ahead and start slowing to 141 on the speed. Recording is on. I can see the runway. Halifax traffic, Northwest 357. Utkus inbound for low 5. Halifax. Gear down. Where's my autopilot? Let's just go ahead and disconnect it. Let's hand fly the sucker in. Let's go ahead and turn the flight director off. We'll just go flight path vector. Correcting for the wind. Put the last couple notches of flaps in. Replay has been armed. New plane, Spirit of St. Louis. Oh, it never gets old. All right, let's get back to it. All right, we're 30-40, manual brakes. We got auto thrust is on. Kind of want to disengage it, though. That's me working the trim wheel. Man, look at this crosswind. Is this my auto thrust disconnect button? I don't have it bound, do I? Auto thrust is off. I gotta rebind my. I must have the wrong profile selected. Okay, we got a 27 knot quartering tailwind here. Maybe we should have landed the other way. I think I made a critical error there. I was thinking 005, not 050. Yeah, we got a 27 knot quartering tailwind. This would probably not be authorized. Anyone know what the tailwind limit is on the 310? Bet you it's not 25 knots. Seconds from disaster. Highly illegal. Yeah, definitely highly illegal here, Chaos. Look at this, fighting her down here. You can see the speed brake, or the spoid brakes, so like the roll spoilers popping up as I'm fighting it. That's cool. We're 2 whites, 2 reds. I've got a little extra speed here. I'm going to start bleeding it off now. There we go. It's kind of going to a more of a crosswind now. It's 18 knots. It's definitely not smooth though. Welcome to Halifax. I believe 5 was the runway I had the RTO on now that I'm looking at it.
400. 300.
Carrying a little extra juice with me here.
200.
There we go. Now we'll start working it out.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5.
Ooh, there we go. Get that nose down. Don't have any nose. So much crosswind there. There we go. We're back in it. Get back on center line. Man, the wind is just pushing that rudder. I can feel it. I'm constantly fighting to maintain center line. A little low fly over there from a 330. We'll take the next one. Stow the speed brakes. According to the 310 accident report, maximum recommended tail wind is 10 knots. Yeah, we did not, we definitely exceeded that. We'll clear here. We'll clear here. We'll have to analyze the touchdown. I'm not sure how we did there. Did it even register the touchdown rate? Halifax, Northwest 357. We'll clear of 5, taxi the ramp, Halifax. Let's clean it up. We'll leave the lights on for replay. Oh, you know what? I don't know if I armed the spoilers for that. I don't believe I did. A 250? Yeah, that felt about right. It felt like a 250. look down. Oh yeah, we're in the herb zone. Wow, we're right at that jet bridge. All right, brakes are set. Let's go ahead and stop the recording. Let's go into replay mode. Let's get rid of Navigraph. Let's disconnect from VATSIM. Let's pause sail just yet because we need to do a full analyzation of the replay itself. Let's see how we did here. That was a spicy one there on touchdown. That's just a testament to Microsoft there. Coming in with that tailwind like that, you get in the flare, it's really hard to get a soft landing with the tailwind. The airplane just wants to stop flying. You know, you start getting slow, you got that wind coming the wrong direction over the tail and the wing. Can make it for a challenging touchdown, no doubt. I'm not sure I even had the spoilers armed though, so we'll have to take a look at that too. Because if they didn't deploy, that would also help hurt my deceleration there. E-Boss, thank you. Mike P, second leg. Mike P, I would do a second leg today if I didn't have something else planned. I'm actually taking Miss V1. We're going downtown to the city today. We're going to go into town and go do something. We haven't had a day with ourselves in a long time, so we're going to head on down into DFW. I might even go look at some new toys. I almost said adult toys, but that sounds wrong. Firearms, not you guys don't be weird. But yeah, we got a day planned, so that's why. But I'll be back maybe tomorrow. We might do something tomorrow about yoke driven as well. Could you link your cameras? What do you mean link your cameras? I just have I don't even know what I have, man. I just picked a couple up at Walmart. All right, let's move this forward a little bit here. Let's see how we did on the touchdown. Ooh, not right there, right about, yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with some fun, says Shaq. All right, so we had a nice little crab coming in here. How we do? Tried to straighten it out. Not a terrible touchdown. Couldn't get back on center line, though. I had a hard time getting back on center line. Just kind of stopped flying on me. There. Which, with that tailwind, 20 knots, to be expected, but could have done better. All right, look how beautiful that is, though. The lighting coming through the clouds and the shadow down there. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Callie Sibber, Mike P, Mr. Tech, C2A, anyone else who donated. Sorry if I missed your name there. I think that's who I got there. Appreciate you. Appreciate the support. Thanks for joining me early today. I know it was an early stream, quick stream, but I just wanted to get some 310 flying as I get my desk set up now for some yoke-driven airplanes. We're going to be flying them around for the next couple of days. So I hope you guys are excited for that. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night. Thursday afternoon, Thursday morning, wherever you may be tuning in from. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy. I'm V1. See ya.